Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to the TMossBoss show, where I'm going to be talking about my life, other lives, anything I can really put my opinion on it without offending people. Like, I feel like overall, like, the mindset and what I say, it shouldn't come off as offensive, but I just feel like that there's people out there, they purposely go out of their way and try to find things offensive. Like, if I were to sit there and say, I don't know, I hate orange juice. I don't like it. And overall, I don't like orange juice. I wouldn't say it's like a hate factor. Like, if I was dying of thirst and the orange juice was the only thing to drink, yeah, I'm like, at that point in time, I'm like, you know what? Orange juice ain't all that bad. But, to just randomly drink it, no, I ain't gonna do that to myself. So yeah, there's gonna probably be some people out there where they look at me differently. Like, they can't trust me. If I put my hand out for them to shake it, they ain't gonna shake my hand because I don't drink orange juice. And it's like, I've dealt with people like that before, mainly on YouTube though. Mainly on YouTube. Like, if I say something or if I do something, people just get too offended. And so I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I think I even talked about that in the Hit of Fame podcast. There's I didn't say overall people got offensive, but what I was pretty much saying, it was overall, people do get a little bit offensive and stuff. But that's not what this episode is about. Actually, this is a complete 180 of what all of that stuff is. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about sneakers. Because I feel like that people, they need to know the different types of sneakers out there. Sneakers to buy, sneakers to avoid, and sneakers that you must buy. And if you want to be rich, then yeah, I guess get into the reselling business. But yeah, I'm going to just be discussing everything that I know about sneakers. So first, starting off with, we're going to start off with Adidas shoes. Actually, no, what type of shoes? Because back in school, I wasn't really a sneakerhead. Compared to how I am now, I was not a sneakerhead back in the day. I was sitting there wearing, I remember I was wearing black Air Forces, which I still have, black Vans. I was really into black shoes back then. Now I'm like, I can't wear black shoes anymore. I just don't like them. I just don't really care for black shoes anymore. I remember I remember I got these Adidas shoes, and after wearing them at work, I wear black pants and stuff constantly. So I think it was either on my work break or at some point in time, I just noticed and just was like, you know what, black shoes just don't do it for me anymore. I guess when you just black that, just I don't know, then my upper body, it's a colorful shirt and stuff, so that just to me just doesn't look right, I don't know, I'll have to wear even if I do decide to just wear them with a different colored pants and things, it just doesn't look right, especially the Adidas shoes that it was some Alpha Bounces. And they didn't really look right. It didn't look right. Maybe if it was some basketball sneakers or something, it could probably be pulled off. But yeah, those shoes, they I remember my mom said they look like dress shoes. So I think that probably did it for me too and stuff. I was like, I can't wear them. I don't even wear those shoes anymore. They just don't feel. I actually went out and bought 2 other pairs of those shoes I bought some that I think they were like the next version of those shoes. And I remember I bought another one of the same ones that looked like the black ones, but they were blue and gray. So, yeah, they overall went with the Seahawks jersey and stuff. But, yeah, them shoes, they just don't settle right with me. But anyways, yeah, Adidas, they got quite a few good shoes. There's some shoes that I really like of theirs. They had the EQT Boost. I know a lot of people, they were like hyping those shoes up. Them shoes was like, people, I feel like a lot of their shoes now are like cheap. Like, I don't know what that overall means, but yeah, people ain't really buying their, I think everybody's like buying Yeezys and stuff. Like, or maybe like the Ultra Boost. I feel like that those are Adidas like two of their best shoes, the Ultra Boost and the Yeezys. And Yeezys are, of course, like, yeah, Kanye West, his line of shoes that he has with them. And Ultra Boost, they're like, I think overall like some Yeezys, but I think they're just like Adidas version, like without all that Yeezy stuff. I never owned a pair of Yeezys. I actually came close to almost owning a pair of Yeezys when I was out in California. They had one of those sneaker slot machines. I spent like $30 trying to get them shoes. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not a gambling person, but if they involve some sneakers, I'll gamble some money and stuff. So yeah, I overall regret that because I came so close. Like, I'm still salty about that. Y'all need to understand. There are so many times I came so close. It got to the point where I had like a crowd watching me when I was doing that and things. It was in some like sneaker resale store and stuff, and they had that slot machine. I remember it was maybe like a couple of days before I seen some dude. It was either the day of, the day before, a couple of days before. It was at some point in time in that time frame where I seen a video of this guy. He won a pair of shoes by using his foot. And I almost did it. I'm like, you know what? Let me do it. I was like, I don't think they would mind if I did this with my foot, but I was like, man, I was so mad and things. Like, I was like, bro, I could have seriously, I've been so happy because I'm like, they had been my first pair of Yeezys. And I only would have spent like $30 on them. So I was like, overall, yeah, I'm still kind of salty about that. I hope one day, like, I save Kanye West's life, or somehow me and Kanye West, we collide, and he gives me like a pair of Yeezys, or a day I just see them in stores one day and I'm able to buy them and stuff. So yeah, one day, man can only hope. But anyways, yeah, Adidas' best shoes are like their Ultra Boost or their Yeezys. NMDs be doing okay. But I remember I got these, the Alpha Bounces. I don't think they cost that much. The EQTs, they don't cost that much. They have some other pair of shoes too. They don't cost that much either. Like when I go in Champs and Foot Lockers, they got like the $30 or $40 tags next to them. Like they cost less than Vans. And Vans are like $60 to $90 and stuff. Like I think the highest I seen for some Vans was $110. And so yeah, Vans, what am I trying to say? Freaking Converse. Yeah, they don't cost that much. Vans and Converse, those are actually probably like the go-to beat 'em up shoes. Like I have me a pair of Vans. I actually have quite a few pairs of Vans. I have 3 pairs of Converse shoes. I have like the basic black ones, or they have basic black and white ones. I have like these like utility Converse. I don't even know what to consider those, but they had like a nice look to them. It was like, it's funny at my job, like my coworkers, they didn't know how to feel about them and stuff. But yeah, I have the basic ones. Then I have like these like love and peace ones. They're kind of weird looking. I'm like uncomfortable wearing them out in public because it got like the star part is Velcro. And I ain't trying to be walking. I listen to my music while I'm going places, and I'm not trying to be walking and noticing things that one of the things done went missing. I'll be so mad. So that's why I'm like, them shoes, those are like retirement shoes. Like, dude, you gotta put those shoes, like, you gotta wear them a couple of times, and after that point, you just gotta put them in retirement. I might bring them out of retirement here and there. But, yeah, like, I can't wear them in bad weather conditions, like rain and all that. I can't do that, so... yeah, that's what I think. That's why I got the regular ones, because I was just like, okay, those shoes, I can wear those shoes as many times as I want. If they get beat up or destroyed or something, I guess I got me another video to make. I know I see people doing that a lot. They rebuild shoes. I feel like with Converse, those like some like just good old fashioned Chuck Taylors, like you, the whole like building those would just like it would cost less to probably buy you another pair than to like build them. I don't know. I honestly think I'll go through that process of rebuilding them and stuff. But Vans, I found Vans uncomfortable. So there's these Adidas shoes that I bought where you can take the soles out. They kind of had like these like Dr. Scholl's soles and stuff. So I took those out of the Adidas shoes and put them in the Vans, and that was like the next time. I only wore those Vans maybe twice. The first time was wearing them without the soles, and I was like, oh my god. Like, how do people... I see so many different people wearing them shoes, and I'm like, how? I seen this little kid wearing them shoes the other day, and I was like, how? Like, how do you guys, like, sit down and just wear these shoes? Like, I was at Target yesterday and seen this kid wearing them. I was like, how? Like, your feet aren't comfortable? Like, I just don't understand. Like, people would say basketball, like, sneakers are uncomfortable, but I'm like, nah. I had to, like, if anybody says that they find basketball sneakers uncomfortable, but you out here wearing your Vans, you're not human. You are seriously not human. I just don't understand that. Like, I had to buy like they got like this like ultra cushion Vans. Those would probably be the only Vans to like buy. I bought these ones. It was like this like snake like thing print, whatever they want to call it. I don't know, but they had like this like snake design on it. And they had like the ultra cushion. I got some other ones and they had the ultra cushion. I'm like, you know what? I can wear these. There's these other ones that I wore, and I was like, you know what? I think that ultra cushion wore out on them. I think they might wear out after a while, then they just get that flat feeling and stuff. And I'm like, man, it honestly feels like you're just walking on pure ground. At least like with like, that's why I was like, I would recommend like if you are looking out for a pair of shoes, get you some basketball sneakers or some like running shoes maybe, but like don't get like those, like you don't want people to like go up on you and be screaming what are those. Like get you some running shoes that be like off up in like Nike, the Nike store, the Champ store, or Foot Locker. Like if you go, well, Payless is out of business, but I don't know, like New Balances, people, I got me a pair of New Balances. I don't wear them that much. But, yeah, I bought me a pair just to see how they were and stuff. They actually are pretty comfortable. I can tell you guys that right now. New Balances are pretty comfortable and stuff. I have a whole bunch of, like, Nike shoes and Jordans. And it was funny because I remember when I was younger, I did not understand the whole reason of, like, why do people buy, like, expensive Jordans and stuff? Like, what's the whole reason for it? Jordans ain't all that special. Like, I had, like, a serious beef with Jordans, and I don't even know why. Like, I was like, I did not understand. Like I said, I was wearing Air Forces, Converse, Vans. Yeah, Jordans was just, like, I think I might have, like, a couple of pair of Jordans throughout my childhood. I can't remember any other pair of Jordans I had. I remember I had me some Tims, too. I had me some Timberland boots. And I was out running kids and two-hand touch football wearing them shoes. Them shoes is comfortable. I like me some Tims. I actually bought me a pair of Tims not too long ago. Them my winter shoes, though. Like, those are the shoes I'm going to be wearing, like, when it's, like, raining and, you know, all that stuff and things. Because it's dope. The shoes are waterproof. I tested them out when it snowed. When it was snowing really bad at the beginning of the year, I wore them shoes. And it was like the only part that got wet was the shoe where it had like the rain had, or not rain, but the snow had built up on. So yeah, but overall the rest of the shoe, it was perfectly fine. They're a little spacey though. Like you gonna have to, like mama had to like gain some weight in the feet or something, or wear me like 2-3 pairs of socks trying to like not have them shoes feel all loose, or like tie them as hard as I can or something. But yeah, Tims, they cool. People, you can rock Tims, but it just depends on the outfit. Like, you know, don't wear, like, I overall, like, if you got basketball shorts, maybe, but usually Tims, it's like, it's more of a, like, a East Coast, like, design, though. Like, you gotta wear, like, something baggy with it. You can possibly pull off, like, maybe some Adidas pants. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, what you can overall wear with Tims, but Tims are just, like, some go-to shoes. Like, they're winter shoes overall, so, yeah, baggy clothes, maybe, but anyways, yeah, Tims are cool. Jordans is where it's at for me. Like I love me a pair of. I love Jordans now. I love Jordan shoes. What else? I think that's really what I've been on lately. I'd say I think wasn't my last pair of shoes yeah, they were these Jordan 6 rings. And so overall, to explain what those shoes are, so the 6 times Jordan won his like championship ring, he had like a unique shoe that it like, so he has like one line of shoes where it's like the 1s, the 2s, the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7s and stuff, you know, all the way up until I don't even know. I think he's like up in the 30s now. I can't remember. I think because I seen some. There's like the X, the triple XL, whatever. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, he has like a whole line of shoes and stuff. So it's like overall like all of the shoes that he won like a championship with put together in one shoe. That was the last Jordan I bought. It has a unique style. I posted it on Instagram. Them shoes, it's cool looking. I like them. I like them a lot. But my favorite Jordans, the infrared 6s. I was wearing those today because I seen this girl wearing them yesterday. Hers was like all dirty though. I was like, man, I don't even understand how you can dirty up them shoes. Like I honestly just like I bought those shoes. I wore them as much as I could, but I put them in retirement. I put them in retirement because I love them too much. And it's like I don't know, like them shoes. I remember when I really started getting into sneakers. And I seen them shoes somewhere. I don't know where, but I seen them somewhere. And I was like, yo, those shoes are nice. I like those shoes. I need to have those shoes at some point in time in my life. And yeah, I'm so glad I got into sneakers because them are probably my all-time favorite Jordans. Like, I know people are like, is it the comfort? Like, what? It's just how they look. Like, they're comfortable. I can wear them outside. But it's just overall, like, how they look. And I don't know, that's probably, like, the younger me, like, into black shoes. But also, like, the older me into colorful shoes. These shoes ain't really colorful, though. Like, they're all black, but with this, like, bright red on them. And I don't, like, that's just, like, that to me was, like, that's me. Like, that's me. And if I was a shoe, that would be me. Okay, just all black, but with a hint of color on it, you know? So yeah, them shoes, I really do love them shoes. They also came out with these other ones where they're like reflective. So the whole upper part of the shoe is reflective. And it's honestly, when you take a picture of them shoes, it looks so cool. Because it looks like a flashlight. It looks like if honestly those shoes look like they, it probably would blind people. That's how bright it was. So yeah, if you understand how reflectiveness, and I don't even know if reflectiveness is a word, but if you understand how that works, alright, you could go on my Instagram at TMossBoss. I have a picture of those shoes. I have a picture of the black ones and the reflective ones like side by side. But yeah, them shoes, I was so mad though when those shoes was getting released again, because they've been getting released a lot lately, like in different colorways and stuff. But so no, I remember I seen them beforehand, and then I was in the Nike store and I seen that they had them in this like glass cover thing. So I just was kind of like got hypnotized by it and was like, oh wow, they got these shoes in here just chilling and stuff. But it was like a display shoe. It wasn't the actual shoe and things. Or I mean it was, but it was a display shoe. But anyways, I was getting me another pair of shoes. And I was like talking to the dude that worked at the Nike store. I was like, oh man, I really want those shoes, man. And he was just like, oh yeah, they're coming out. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what? He was like, yeah, they're coming out. And I can't remember what the date was, but it was at some point in time and at some point in year and things. I can't remember. I think I got those. When did I get those shoes? I think last year. I get them last year? Or it was a year before. No, it was last year because I got the black ones this year. And so, yeah, I got the other ones last year. But, yeah, the guy was all like, oh, yeah, they're coming out. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I had to get these. Like, I'm like, man, what's the date and thing? So I'm excited. I'm happy. I saved up my money. I was like, I'm not buying any other shoes until I see those shoes. I go all the way up there. They're not even the color that I want. And I know people are going to be all like, bro, you picky. No. You need to understand, like I said before, the black and red ones, that's me if I was a shoe. I want the black and red ones. What they had there were some white ones. And I just was like, I bought them because I'm like, oh, okay, let me see if these shoes is comfortable. Because I'm like, no, I need to see if they are things. Because if they're not, then I'm like, I might not even get the black ones and stuff. But no, they were comfortable and stuff. So I was like, man, it's like, was it worth it? Like, I was just like, honestly, I shouldn't even bought them. I should have surprised myself or something. But anyways, yeah, I was like, I went ahead and I got them and things. I was like, I honestly, I don't remember what that guy looks like. But I was like, I should have, like, seriously grabbed him and been all like, that black one is different from this white one, okay? Don't do that to people. Have my hopes all high and stuff, but anyways, it was funny when I got the black ones. The black ones was like, that's probably, like, my scary sneaker story because, so I go into the mall. I'm in there, and it's like, they said that they were going to open up like early and stuff. They're like an early releasing, and then they were going to open up later on that day for a raffle to like for other people to get the shoes and things. And so they had like a limited pair because there was like this big winter storm had happened and a lot of stuff got pushed back. So yeah, I remember I went to the Nike store and I asked them, I was like, yo, how much is it going to cut, or when are you guys going to open? They said 8. So I was like, dang, I'm like 8 o'clock and then traveling all the way to Seattle at that too. I'm like, there's gonna probably be a lot of people out here. So I'm like, I don't know. Let me see and things. So I went to the 3 sneaker stores I usually go to. Like they're my 3 like by default sneaker stores. Like I go to those stores, that's it. I don't go anywhere else unless I'm like traveling outside the state or something. And that's the only reason why I'm going to another sneaker store. But anyways. So I go to Champs. Dude was acting weird in there, so I was just like, you ain't getting no business from me. I'm like, but if they do have the shoes up here, but they saw like the whole raffle thing. They didn't tell me that they were gonna open up early. I don't even think they did, but anyways, then I went over to Foot Locker, and that's when they told me like, yeah, we gonna open up at 8, and then yeah, first come, first serve and stuff. So I was excited. Because I'm like, man, I'm about to get my dream shoes. So I was like, I was able to sleep that night. Before, if I was a kid, I probably wouldn't have. But yeah, I was able to sleep that night. But I woke up early. I woke up like 6. And I was going to go downtown because I'm like, you know what? I should go down there and things. Because I'm like, that. I was like, I should do it. But then I was like, dang, I got to travel all the way back. Then all this other stuff. I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't really want to do all that and things. So I was going back and forth thinking like, okay, maybe I should go. I was doing like a Grinch moment. I'm like just sitting there like saying I should go, saying I shouldn't go. 8 o'clock passed by and I was like, okay, I'm like, or it was like 7 o'clock. It was like 7:30 or something like that. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna make it now. So I'm like, yeah, I might as well go up to Foot Locker and things. So I go in there. There's a line in there already. And I was behind this. I was behind this guy in a wheelchair, this lady and her kids, and I was behind these 3 other guys. So the lady, so it was the guy first, the lady and her family, the guy in the wheelchair, the kids, and the lady. Then it was this tall black guy and this Asian dude. So, and I was last. So I'm like, oh man, and nobody else wasn't like going in there. So I'm like, yep, I know they're gonna probably get to me and gonna be all like, oh, we don't have any more. So the lady had bought 3 pairs. And I think one of them had to have been for the guy in the wheelchair and stuff. But she bought 3 pair. And that's what tripped me out. Because I'm like, lady, no, don't do that. Like, there's other people here. Like, don't do that to people. But I think she was on that whole reselling thing. Like, people do that. They buy shoes. They buy them in bulks and resell them. So it's like them shoes, and it's like, I don't even think those shoes even cost that much. Like, they still the same price and things. Like, no, I gotta look them up now. But anyways, so the one guy, he bought his pair. It's funny because he bought his and was like, yeah, I just was like, they don't fit, but I'm gonna make them fit. So he bought his pair. And then it got down to the tall black guy, the Asian dude, and myself. And they was all like, sorry, but we only have a size 10 left. I was like, my heart sank because I'm a size 10. And I was just so happy. I'm like, wow. The one that saw the Asian dude, he just like, ah man, walked out. Black guy, he was kind of putting up an argument. He was just all like, man, y'all told me y'all were gonna have my size, now y'all don't. And I'm like, well, you gotta blame that lady and stuff. Like that lady, she's the one that came up here and stuff buying 100 pairs of shoes and things. But no, okay, so I pulled it up. Yeah, it's like they still cost the same price they do in store. They're actually cheaper. Like, yeah, it's like they don't even cost that much. So like that lady, I don't know, maybe she bought that for her for herself, for the guy in the wheelchair, maybe somebody else. But yeah, like them shoes, they don't even, like, the reselling, they don't even cost that much. Maybe in a few years from now or something. But I don't know, like they don't. I'm like, dang, that lady straight up wasted her money and stuff. I was like, that's messed up. But anyways, like, yeah, so the Asian dude walked out. The black guy, he walked out. He probably went to go buy some gasoline and matches. It was going to set the whole mall on fire. But once when it was like they were gone, then I just was like, I felt like I was like gracefully walking up to the counter to pay for the shoes and things. And yeah, I bought them shoes. I met up with the Asian guy afterwards. I thought he was going to try to jump me and take the shoes, but I'm like, nah, I'll put up a fight for these shoes if I need to. You don't understand. I waited, I think it was either a year or 2 years. I don't know, like, I remember when I started getting into sneakers and stuff, that was like 2016. So, 2017. When did I start getting into sneakers? It was at some point in time. But I remember I seen them shoes, so it had to have been like 2-3 years when I started getting into them shoes and stuff. And, yeah, I was like, I cannot let these shoes go. I can't. So I'm like, bro, we gonna have the best Mortal Kombat, WWE, UFC, boxing, any fighting, like, I don't care. But I'm putting up the strongest fight I can for these shoes. Like, you gonna have to know something, okay, in order to, like, put me out for these shoes. You gonna have to sneak me, do something. But, yeah, I wasn't going to give up on those shoes. So, I was happy. I was like, man, I was so happy. Like, that's what them shoes did for me. It brought out the kid in me, all right? Them shoes is like, I can seriously, like, I love them shoes so much. Them shoes are like my all-time favorite shoes. Like, I would have given up all the other shoes I had for those shoes, okay? That's how much I love those shoes. But, yeah, them shoes, reselling, they don't cost that much. But, like, I don't know, like some ultra rare Jordans, what other shoes? Like, a lot of shoes, like, they got them on them reselling apps, and they be costing a lot. I know Yeezys, they cost a lot. Because Yeezys, they be going out, like, in minutes. Like, you go up on there to buy them shoes, you better hurry up. Like, as soon as they say that them shoes are dropping, you better be up and on that website buying them shoes when they get released. But, yeah, people, they be going crazy on those Yeezy shoes. I don't know, like, it wasn't up until I seen them in that slot machine thing, then that's when I really wanted a pair of Yeezys. But to overall, like, wait outside of a store or wait online somewhere, I don't know, I can't buy shoes online. Like, I gotta, like, be there at the store and things to buy the shoes. Like, I gotta try the shoes on and stuff, so I'm that person. But, yeah, I gotta buy the shoes in the store and things, but expensive, like, let's talk about expensive shoes, because if you guys don't go, like, go like a day when you got some free time, go to Nordstrom's, or no, you don't even have to do that. Go on to any website, go on to Gucci.com, go on to Balenciaga.com, or whatever their websites are, but look up the prices of Gucci shoes and Balenciagas. What other shoe? Off-white shoes. Yeah, but Nordstrom's, I go in there from time to time and look at their expensive shoes, because a man can only hope. Like, maybe one day, you know, I might be rich, and I can look at these shoes and be like, oh, this is like $5 to me. Like, I can buy a couple of pairs of these shoes if I want to. But no. At this point in time in my life, I look at those shoes and be like, well, that's like that zone in Grand Theft Auto where you get 5 stars. That's that area. That's where them shoes are at for me. I go in there, I just go and I look, but I cannot buy those shoes, okay? I don't even want to, because no, See, here's the thing. So let me just tell you guys about Balenciaga shoes, all right? Because Balenciagas are like the first pair of expensive shoes that I've ever seen before. So them shoes, they have like these like triple S or something like that. Them shoes cost $800. Like them Jordans that I got, them infrared sixes, the black and red ones, they only cost $200. But they're worth it because those are like the OG colorways of them shoes. Like those are the shoes that like Jordan, he didn't actually play in the pair that I have, but the colorway, the design, all of that stuff, those are the ones that he played on in the court. So them shoes, I can understand if those shoes cost $800. But no, Balenciaga, a company that a lot of people don't even know, because I gotta explain to the people what that brand is. Because I'm like, I asked them, have you ever heard Balenciaga? Like, no, I don't even know what that is. That sounds like if you trying to like do, I don't know, like you trying to make a weird noise with your like mouth, but like you're speaking a different language but you sneeze. Like I feel like Balenciaga, that name is like that's like the different language of like sneezes or something. I don't know. Balenciaga just doesn't sound right. It doesn't settle well with me. But their shoes definitely don't settle well with me. But yeah, they got like, and then they got like this other pair that looks like a sock connected to a sole of a shoe. Those cost $700. What else? And I remember there's this one guy. So there's this one guy that he goes into my job all the time. He's a cool dude, down to earth man. I like seriously, I could sit down and have a conversation with him. That's how cool he is. Like he's just like a cool dude. But I've seen him in at least 3 pairs of Balenciagas, and he told me he spent full price, because I think those shoes, they cost like $900. There's some of them shoes that cost $900. I think there's some that cost $800. But overall, like yeah, after tax, you are going to spend $900 on them shoes. He said that he spent full price on 2 pairs of those shoes, but other pairs like he spent like $300 on them, and I'm like, 300, 900, what are you? And I'm like, and then there was another guy, he was like, I asked him how much did his shoes cost, because that's what I was trying to figure out, like how much did they cost and things. He was just like, oh, after the sale they were only $800. I'm like, only $800? Like dude, that's like, man, you gotta understand where I'm coming from out of all of this. Like, I don't feel comfortable with that, like, there. Like, I don't feel comfortable with shoes costing that much. But, yeah, those shoes, they cost a lot. Gucci, it's crazy because Gucci got a pair of shoes where, so they got removable crystals. So if you remove the crystals, the shoes are like 800 and something. I think 860. But if you add the crystals, I think 1600 or 1900. Still expensive. And the crazy part about it is that I've seen so many people wearing these shoes. It trips me out when I see people wearing them shoes, because I'm like, y'all are so happy wearing these shoes out in public. It takes one time for me to trip and fall, scuff them up, or somebody waste something on them. I'm telling people to call like 911, but for shoes. Like, if that's an actual thing, I'm like, call 911, but tell them it's a shoe emergency. Somebody there should be able to help me, all right? But yeah, like I remember there was that rapper Lil Yachty. He was on his sneaker shopping video. Said he spent or he spilt some wine on these $14,000 Nike shoes. But those shoes, I think the reason why they cost so much is because they were a part of a movie. And so yeah, there's like and they're like self-lacing shoes. It was a Back to the Future too, and they had these self-lacing shoes that was in there. And then yeah, later on they ended up releasing those shoes. But no, then they got another pair that cost like 300 and something. That makes sense because they got technology that's in that shoe that laces up on its own. So that's pretty cool. And then they're chargeable at that. So I was like, yo, that's dope. That's pretty cool. That's worth spending a lot of money on. $300, that's only $100 more than the Jordan shoes. And them shoes, I feel like, wow, that's crazy. So I'll probably spend that much on them shoes because they lace up. Balenciagas, no. Gucci, no. Jordans, I will probably spend a lot of money on them. Depends on what shoe it is. But I pretty much have like every shoe that I want with the whole Jordan brand and stuff. So it doesn't really matter to me right now with Jordan shoes. Like I have my Concord 11s. 11s are comfortable. Jordan, like they got, so yeah, there's one pair of shoes in the Jordan brand, the 11s, Jordan 11s. Those shoes are probably the most comfortable Jordans. Like, I like the sole of those shoes, but I really just like the style of the infrared 6s. But yeah, 11s, they're comfortable. I already have my pair of 11s. I got 3 pairs of 11s. I got 3 pairs of the infrared 6s. There's actually another pair of the 6s that I did like, because they had this, like, gray on them, and it was white. I thought those were pretty cool. But, yeah, I have, like, I was mad, though. I wanted to get these 1 Jordans where if you wait after a while, or if you can like decide to like sand the paint off, it's a different color underneath. And I wanted those Jordans. I think I seen them in stores, but I was just like, ew, no, I don't want those Jordans. But then once I seen what they can do, I was like, wow, now I want them. Like that would be so dope. Like I wanted to like sand up parts of the shoe and things and just make it look pretty dope. But yeah, I was like, man, those, I was just like, there's just like, it's messed up though, like with shoes, you see them and you want them, but they're not available. Like that's what I thought what was going to happen with me with them infrared 6s, but no, I was like, I had them, so I was like, that's dope, I like that. But yeah, shoes, like they can go a long way, man, from expensive shoes to cheap shoes to shoes that's reselling for $1 million and stuff. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I know. I remember I seen these Yeezy shoes for babies that was selling for $40,000. Not worth it. Okay, I get my baby some regular baby shoes because it's like, okay, the baby wears the shoes. That's it. Like unless I got multiple kids or something, and then I'm like, oh, okay, each one of them can have these shoes, but after a while, like they can't wear them shoes. I'm like, what's the reason of spending that much on them shoes? They shouldn't even cost that much, okay? Like I was like, that's just pointless. But anyways, yeah, shoes can go a long ways. I was like, and it trips me out like how many people are just like so into shoes though. Like, I be talking to people about shoes and things, and we be sitting there having conversations about them. Like, there's one guy at my job where it's like, me and him, we only talk about shoes. It's funny because it's like, he jokes, but he complained about, because I gotta wear the non-slip ugly shoes when I'm at work, but he complained to my manager, like, yo, he has nice shoes, how come he can't wear them out on the floor? And I thought about that myself, because I'm like, you know what? Like, y'all got me out here in these outfits, at least let me get to wear the shoes at least. But no, it's like at that job, like shoes get dirty pretty easily. Y'all should have seen the last pair of non-slip shoes I had. Them shoes was ripping. The shoelaces was ripping. The shoes was just dirty. There were so many them shoes is just falling apart. Like parts of that shoe was falling off, like in front of my eyes and things. So them shoes get beat up and things. Honestly, I had to get me like a pair of Chucks. Or some what else? Some like cheap Jordans or something, like the cheapest pair of Jordans I can find and things. But it had to be like ones or something. Like I had to get me like some some cheap ones. Like that's where I would have to be at with that. But anyways, yeah, shoes can go so far. Like you guys had to honestly be committed to being a sneakerhead. And it was crazy. Like when I was a kid, wasn't a sneakerhead. Didn't care about shoes. As long as they just covered my feet, that's all that mattered. But now, I gotta know, like, what color fits perfectly right now. Like, you know, like, what color can I wear today? What shoe can I wear today? That's where I'm at in life right now. And it's crazy. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. This has been another podcast. Yeah. I felt like I had to do this one. I had to talk about some sneakers because I'm like, duh. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to know where I'm at in the sneaker game right now. So anyways, yeah, I have, okay, maybe 4 or 5. So 9 in front of me right now. And then for probably past 50. I probably have like past 50 pair of shoes or even maybe close to 50. Probably like 40 something right now. I think it's at 40. I think it is. I ain't gonna sit down and take the time to count them. I'll probably count them after I'm done. It might have it in the description or something. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'll see, but I'll count them up one of these days or do like a sneaker video and stuff on YouTube. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. Stay tuned for the next one. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Peace.